Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everyone doing today? Everybody at home, being good, staying in the house, not getting out, not having any fun. Oh, last night we did our fire party. We had a lot of fun. We ate lots of food. We had our Oshtaresh day. You have to have your noodle soup for good luck for the New Year's. We had that, and my grandson got to jump over the fire. Our 10-year-old grandson, he's the baby of the family, and I'm going to tell you, we do three little fires, and he jumped across them. I mean, that kid went over and over and over them so many times. He was just sweating torrents when he came in finally. It's really warm here and it's humid. It had rained yesterday, so we had a little bit of trouble starting the fire, but my husband was over there with some charcoal lighter fluid and starting it up. We needed a lot of lighter fluid. I think he almost used the whole bottle because everything's wet. But it's very humid today and warm. It's up in the 70s, probably getting pretty close to 80 degrees. But they say on Friday we have a cold front coming in, so we're going to be back down in the 50s, I think, for the high on Friday. So roller coaster, but it's beautiful. The weather is, it's getting better. Everything's blooming. It's springtime. I can see my orange tree right outside my window here. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking outside. It has the most beautiful smell. Orange blossoms. It smells wonderful, y'all. It's a bitter orange tree. It's a tree that my husband got. Iranian people really like the bitter orange to squeeze on fish and things like that. The juice. You can also make, marmalades and stuff like that out of it, which I'm going to do this year. And then right beside that tree is a tangerine tree. And it's not a very big tree, but it has hundreds of blossoms on it. I mean, it is just going like crazy. So should do really good this year, both of them. It looks like it's going to be a good harvest. Hopefully everything will go well and, we'll get a lot of fruit from it. Okay, so besides us having a fire party last night, it looks like Biden had a great party too. He won Florida, Arizona, Illinois. That's wonderful, wonderful. He's doing really, really good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to connect with Joe Biden just right here in a minute. But I want to tell y'all a couple of funny things. We all are, so worried about what's going on, and we should be. And my heart goes out to everybody that's lost their loved ones, that's been touched by this virus in so many ways. Not just illness, but also economically. And my prayers are with everyone that is going through a tough time with this. God bless you all. God bless you all. So with that being said, I wanted to tell y'all a couple of funny stories that's happened to me here. A couple of funny things, just to get your mind off things. Let's, have a little bit of fun here. Okay, so when I was first getting ready this morning, I'm a makeup hound. I'm always going to put my makeup on. I don't care if I'm not going outside or going anywhere. I put my makeup on. So I'm sitting in front of my mirror, and it's a super magnification mirror. It's like times 12, I think. It's really strong. And I'm putting on my makeup. I was plucking my eyebrows. I was plucking here and there, and I'm looking at this eyebrow really hard. And I mean, all of a sudden, I don't know how this happened, y'all. A spider was crawling up. Of course, it was a small spider, but it looked like in the mirror, like it looked like a great big old spider. Must have been on my sleeve or something. Must have crawled because I have my arms down on the vanity top, and it must have crawled on the vanity and then on my sleeve, and it crawled up my face, evidently. And it was very small, but in the mirror, it looks so big. I slapped myself in the face so hard. My glasses went flying across the bathroom. And I don't even know what happened to the spider. I couldn't find it at all. I was like stripping. I started taking off all my clothes. I'm like, where did that spider go? It wasn't very big, but if you get even a small spider bite, it can get all swelled up and look ugly. So I was like, I don't want him to bite me. I don't know what happened to it, and then I vacuumed the floor after that because I was like, there's the spider somewhere here. So I couldn't find it. Anyway, so that's one funny thing that happened. You can just imagine me slapping myself, and I had to go and tell my husband, I just slapped myself in the face. My face was all red. All right, so I went to go interrupt my husband, and he was watching Netflix. And this is so hilarious, y'all. He says the funniest things constantly. We always say we're going to write a book. My grandkids always say when he messes up words and says things, they say that's one for the book. They call him Bubba. I don't know if I ever told y'all that. In Iran, they call their father Bubba, but my children, since I'm an American, they called him Daddy, so they call him Dad. And he never got to be called Bubba, and he called his father Bubba. And when our grandkids were born, he wanted them to call him Bubba, so they call him Bubba, and it's cute and funny. Anyway, so he's watching Netflix, and I go in there, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm bench watching," and I'm like, "What?" And he says, "I'm bench watching." I go, "You're binge watching?" He goes, "I'm bench." I said, "It's binge." And he said, "Isn't it like sitting on a bench, like you're bench watching?" And I'm like, "No." He said, "I have said that several times to many people. Many, many times I've said that to people." And I said, "Well, you're wrong." And I'm telling him it's binge. It's when you binge on something, when you do a whole lot of something, or you can binge eating a whole lot of food, it's binging. And he's like, "Oh my God, I never knew that. I always thought it was bench watching." So now I go out there again and I go, "Are you still bench watching?" That's just a sample, y'all. He has all kinds of funny things that he says. This language is tricky. It really is. English language is tricky. And, he hears different things than we hear. It's so funny. Anyway, so give y'all a good laugh. All right, so what else we got here? Let's take a look at Biden. Before I turned on the camera, I meditated and I was connecting with Joe Biden, and I got a few hits. Y'all, his energy is off the charts. It's like he's jumping up and down and doing cartwheels. I mean, his energy's so excited. He's so excited. Even though he looks like he's real low keyed, and Trump loves to call him Sleepy Joe. He called him that again today. He can't have a news conference without calling somebody a name, even in the middle of talking about this virus. He called him Sleepy Joe. I want to punch him right in the face. He's so disrespectful. Anyway, but I'm telling you, he's got great energy. I mean, he's super excited. Uh, you're going to see it too. You guys are going to see it too. It's going to come out. I know it is. He looked very presidential at that debate. He looked really good. I mean, I thought he came off looking wonderful. Okay, so the next thing Spirit is showing me, and remember, I see Joe with the crown. I see, Joe Biden with the crown on. Well, this time, this is so funny. And I see, this is weird, y'all. Okay, I see the Pink Panther wearing a crown. And sometimes I think there may be a cartoon where he's wearing a crown or something. I don't know. But that's what Spirit's showing me, the Pink Panther wearing a crown. And he's waving to everybody. I'm the Pink Panther. So, I know there was an old Pink Panther cartoon. He's always trying to solve a problem or something, I don't know, like a detective or something. I didn't watch a whole lot of cartoons when I was a kid. I can remember a little bit about it. I just wasn't big on cartoons. And I get a lot of cartoon things, Spirit shows me a lot of things in cartoons, probably because I'm dumb and they're like dumbing it down for me or something. But I didn't watch a lot of cartoons as a child. But I know the Pink Panther, he's full of surprises, right? And he always defeats his foe. And he's kind of sneaky, right? So, hey, watch out, Trump. Joe Biden's full of surprises. And, he's going to sneak up on you, that's for sure. When I'm connecting with him, I'm asking, who do you want as a running mate? Who do you really want? And I had seen a lot of people say um, a lot of different people that had come up, like Stacey Abrams, Elizabeth Warren, Susan Rice, Amy Klobuchar, Kamala Harris. I've seen that in the news. But when I connect with Joe Biden, I'm telling y'all, I got Michelle Obama. I mean, I got such chills. I mean, I can't tell y'all the feeling that I got. My whole body was tingling and everything. I got Michelle Obama. He wants Michelle Obama to be his running mate. Now, I don't know if she'll agree to it, but this is his first pick. His very first pick is her. Wouldn't that be cool? Biden and Obama, and they defeat Trump. That would burn his ass to the ground. That really would. But people love Michelle Obama, and she would be a phenomenal pick. But I heard her say that she had no intention of, running for any office. But of course, Hillary Clinton said that a bunch of times, and then she's run for president a couple of times. So um, that's his first pick. But I'm not sure if she'll agree. I get a really good feeling about it, super good feeling. The next person, I think that he would be on his list. I'm getting not a confirmation on, and I don't get the big feeling that I get with Michelle Obama, but I get the next one would be Amy Klobuchar. I think she's the next one. And then the next one after that would be Warren. But I think they would be in that order. When I ask about Kamala Harris, I'm not getting nothing on her. So I'm not that he's not talking to her. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting in information. It's like it's static. So I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything, and nothing on Susan or Stacey Abrams or anything. I'm not getting anything on any hits on them. Although all of them are great picks. They're all would be perfect. They all would be wonderful. But I'm really, really getting. He wants Michelle. They had a really good chemistry together too, and he really, really wants her to be his running mate. So, gosh, I wish she would say yes, y'all. That would just be wonderful, be perfect. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to just go ahead and read some cards on him, and let's see. I'm just going to ask Spirit: Is he going to be? Is he going to be our next president? Maybe I'll get some information. Well, I have the cards pretty much shuffled. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to pull 3 cards: past, present, and future. The first card is the past. This is the past. In 2016, everybody wanted him to run against Trump, but as we all know, he was grieving from the death of his son, and he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. But he's passed through this. This was, of course, y'all can understand. This was one of the worst things ever for him to deal with. This was so painful. There was no way he could go and give it his all. He couldn't go and run for the presidency and give it his all. He was just in too much grief and sadness. So this is what's happened in the past. He really did. He always has wanted to be president, y'all. That's part of his ego. Anybody that runs for president, they have to have a big ego. I feel like Joe Biden is one of those people that his ego would be a lot smaller than many others. But remember, anybody that's run for office, anybody that has a little bit of power, they do have some sort of ego with it, So there was some ego there. But even though he wanted to be president, he knew the time wasn't right. He knew he just couldn't do it. He couldn't put himself and his family through that at that time. So that's what's coming up here. So that we get to the present situation, and it's 2 of Pentacles. This is all about him getting his priorities straight. Now he has his priorities straight. Now he's past that. I mean, not that he's not still hurting and grieving for his son. He's not in the throes of it, you know? So he has his priorities straight now. Everything is in order. He wants to be president, and he's balancing what's, you know, in the best interest of the United States. And he knows that's him being president. He knows he has to defeat Donald Trump. That is the most important thing. He knows it. So that's where he's at right now. The outcome card is the High Priestess, which I hate getting this card because this is like a maybe. This is a maybe, y'all. It's like Spirit doesn't want me to answer this. It's not to be revealed right now at this time, but trust that the universe or the higher power is at work here. But, you know, it's not to be revealed right now. So we're going to have to watch this, you know, and try to read on it again in the future. But gosh, I hope he defeats Trump. But that's a maybe. That's not an out and out defeat. It's a maybe. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's, you know, not looking good for Trump. That is for sure. Not looking good at all. His approval rating is way, way down. So don't worry, you guys. Just because we didn't get a yes from the universe, from Spirit, you know, there's reasons why. Because if everybody thought, oh, Biden's going to be president, I can relax now, and you know I don't have to do nothing, then you know maybe Trump would be able to defeat Biden because we all got that energy that we don't have to worry about it anymore. And maybe some people wouldn't even go vote. They'll think, oh, it's in the bag, you know. So as long as we don't think it's in the bag, and we have to work hard to defeat Trump, then we'll be able to defeat him. So I feel like it's something like that. So the universe isn't going to allow us to know at this time. Anyway, all right. My daughter went to Walmart today because she needed some groceries. She doesn't hoard groceries either. Neither do I. We go every couple of days. We go to the store and buy stuff, y'all. I am not a hoarder. I don't buy a bunch of toilet paper or anything. I buy, you know, if I buy a 12 pack, that's a lot for me. I usually buy like a 4-pack, you know, and then a week later or so, I'm buying some more. That's just how it goes. My daughter went to Walmart. There was no toilet paper and there was no meat. No chicken, no beef, no meat, no nothing. So they picked H-E-B clean and then they went to Walmart and picked Walmart clean. And I told her, I've got some chicken in the freezer because when we went to H-E-B, they had no meat either a couple of days ago. And when we went back, they had some chicken. So I bought a whole chicken and I bought a package of chicken. And I usually don't even buy that much, but since we're, you know, we have some festivities coming up, I wanted to be prepared. I called my daughter. I told her, I've got some chicken. You can have my chicken. Come and get it. You know, we don't need it. Well, and she didn't want it though, but she said she bought toilet paper from Walmart and they were opening up a carton. They were in line checking out and some man said they have toilet paper. They're opening it up right now. So my granddaughter ran over there and grabbed some toilet paper and my daughter said it was the 18-pack roll. She said it was $14. She said, I have never paid $14 for a package of toilet paper. So I don't know. I never buy mega rolls or anything. So she was like, oh my God, are they price gouging? I don't know. I don't know if that's normal or not, if that's the normal price on them, because I always buy a smaller package, but she was freaking out. And I said, well, hopefully it'll last you for a long time. You won't have to buy any more toilet paper for a while. Anyway, so that's what we're doing here. We're fretting over toilet paper and trying to find some meat to eat. Oh, and today I got noticed. I live in Comal County. I told you I don't live in San Antonio. I live outside of San Antonio. San Antonio is Bexar County. This is Comal County. We have our first coronavirus positive, you know, today. I got notification. I've got this little app on my phone and we got notified. So first person that's come down with, and they have been traveling too. There's somebody they didn't give a lot of information on it. They didn't say if it was a he or her or nothing. All they said was this person had recently been traveling and they didn't come in contact with anybody. I don't know how you do that, how you travel and not come in contact with anybody unless you're a truck driver and you know, was in your truck and you drove here. I don't know because they didn't give any information about it. So that's the first one. I'm sure there'll be many more to follow. You guys stay safe, wash your hands, use your hand sanitizer, stay in the house. You know, let's just ride this storm out. Just like it was a hurricane, shut your doors, just get in the house. I see my husband out there on the deck. He's doing really good, y'all. He really is. He's feeling pretty good. He told me he wants to go for a walk today. He said, I want to walk to the stop sign. He's not doing anything, so he needs to move his body, you know. Anyway, so that's what's happening around here. You guys stay safe. I love you so much. I'll do some more readings and maybe help keep y'all entertained. We have to keep each other entertained, and I'll read all your comments and keep myself entertained. Okay. Love y'all so much. Stay safe. Like I said, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Y'all all take care. Bye for now.